Hey, welcome back to Israel Family Farm. I'm Gino.
I'm Sally.
So today we are in the process of taking advantage of this really crummy weather and making some more of our homemade chicken stock or bone broth. We are using the backs from our chickens. So this one here is packaged with two. So is this one. I think most of them are. This is basically the neck. You can probably see a little bit of that right here maybe. And the rest is just the bones. They've cut the breast, the leg, the thighs, all of that stuff out. And then here I am holding chicken feet. And the chicken feet go in and they help make just the most rich bone broth or stock that I've ever had. My wife does all this, so I'm not taking any credit for it at all.
Chicken feet add a lot of collagen, which is really healthy. It makes it kind of thick.
So there you go. See, so like it doesn't make like fat thick, like you have a layer of fat. It just
No,
adds
it
more
makes it more gelatiny thick.
I don't think that's a word. Silky. How's that?
Gelatinous.
Gelatinous. There you go. Sorry, we're a product of the public education system. So all of this and the carrots, the onions, am I missing anything? Celery, all go in. Why don't you explain a little bit why you peel some of this? Because you are the expert when it comes to all the...
Any root vegetable you have to peel. So all the onions and all the carrots and all the garlic, it all has to be peeled because bacteria can hide in the peel. Things like celery, just make sure you wash it really good, and that's it. So, because I'm going to can it, that's why. And a lot of people will say, well, we put skins from the onions in our broth, and that's okay if you're going to freeze it, but from what I've read, that's a big no-no if you're going to can it.
So we, I guess more Sally, try to do it by the book as much as possible so that we know that we did our due diligence to make sure that we did it correctly so that we don't get sick. I think botulism is one of the things you can get from it. So, but you don't hear a bunch of that nowadays from home canning. At least it doesn't make the news if it does happen. So I don't know if it's really a big thing, but just in case, if you guys are going to try to do any of this, we highly recommend that you find a reputable recipe. Who do you go to usually for advice when you need advice?
I usually go to Safe Canning Recipes blog. They have really great advice and recipes, and then any extension service, it's where they get a lot of their information, and it's where they pin a lot of those posts on there.
So if you're gonna do it, make sure you do it right. And there's folks that have been doing it their own way for a long time, and obviously they're still here to talk about it. So, but hey, that's our recommendation. We are not experts, so don't take us as expert advice at any means. So
You want to talk about the pot?
the pot, not to be confused with cannabis. This pot here is what we use. I don't know if we can get you the shot here. This pot here is what is used when we do this, when we make a big batch. That pot right there will make about 8 gallons. I think we've done 10 at another time. I guess it would matter how much stuff we're putting in there. It takes up space. But at the end of the day, it's roughly around 8 gallons of stock. So if there's 4 quarts to a gallon, that's about 32 quarts. If my math is correct on that.
And there is an option of roasting the chicken and roasting the vegetables before you put it in the stock, and I'm just not doing that today.
So we've done it in the past.
I've done it in the past.
Both ways. And to be honest with you, I mean, it's a time thing for us. But if you roast it, you get a richer flavor at your end product. But at the end of the day, this is still wonderful. It's some of the best stock that I've ever had. Where it really comes through is when you're cooking different recipes that utilize chicken stock in those recipes. And there is a difference between stock and broth. I guess I can explain it. Chicken broth, a little bit more watered down. This is because of the feet, and the collagen from the feet and stuff like that. It's a richer, silkier type of stock. So it just adds, to the recipes. So your chicken, you're cooking rice, you're cooking risotto.
We use so much chicken stock every week.
Yeah,
On an average week, we probably use at least 2 quarts. And then if we're making soup or
yeah, soup's a big one.
whatever, risotto, that
Yep.
always takes a lot. We use so much, and the 10 gallons or whatever we made a few months back is almost gone.
Yeah, and we just had the holidays, so
Yeah.
like a lot of you folks, we incorporated all that stock in our recipes. Another thing is, what's going into it for the most part. You can make it as healthy as you want. I mean, our vegetables are not organic that we're using this time around, but if you really wanted to, make it as healthy as possible, clean as possible, you could definitely purchase or grow some of your own vegetables for this. And for the folks out there that do a lot of gardening or kind of grow and raise their own stuff as well, you're going to make stock, or if you're getting into this, I should say, you're going to make stock. Grow some of those vegetables so where those veggies were raised and how they were raised. Our garden out back, I think, is almost a quarter of an acre. We don't use it all. We have fruit trees, grapes, berries, that kind of stuff, so those take up some real estate. But we do our own tomatoes. We end up running out because we do so much. Is that okay?
Yeah.
So keep in mind, you could grow some of your own stuff and incorporate it into your chicken stock. So, by all means, that'll add to, I guess, the cleanliness of it. I guess it's not the right term, but I'm getting told to watch out because the chicken. So we're gonna do that. This is gonna take probably about how long you think?
Probably overnight, and then I have to get it cold to let all the fat rise to the top, skim that off. Well, rewind. Once it's cooked, I'm going to strain out all the large pieces. If it's got really rich flavor, I'll add a little bit more water just to dilute it a little bit more and stretch it. And then I'll put it, if it's cold enough, on the back porch. But if not, I'll have to find room in the refrigerator and let all the fat rise and skim off the fat. And then I can get it cooking again to put into the jars to process.
And one of the things we should tell you when we say we're going to put it outside, we live in Wisconsin, so it's December, almost January. It's typically pretty cold. It's like having an extra freezer or refrigerator. But right now, which you guys can't see obviously, we had a tremendous amount of rain last night. We don't have any snow. It's all gone. So this weather is bizarre. We like to say that it's bipolar. One minute it's winter and the next minute it's spring. So long-term forecast looks like we're going to get some more snow. I hope so. We do need it, but just the simple amount of rain we got is crazy. So we're going to monitor the overnight temperatures and figure out if we're going to be able to put this on the back porch and let Mother Nature cool it down, or if we're going to have to do a mad scramble and pull stuff out of the refrigerator and try to fit this gigantic pot. This pot was actually my grandmother. She owned a restaurant, so very fortunate that I inherited it, and we do put it to good use every year. So a lot of times, this time of year, we do a lot of stock. We do a lot of stuff because we know we can put it outside, and we don't have to worry about the freezer space in the room or the refrigerator, that kind of stuff. But Mother Nature has other plans sometimes, and so you can't fight Mother Nature, so you just kind of roll with it. But so I think that's about it for now. Using the rest of those birds, we try to use every piece of the bird that we can to make something out of. We also sell feet. We sell the backs for other folks that are interested in making their own stock. So we've had some folks. I mean, what do you think, Sal? We've had quite a few folks that have.
We've had quite a few folks that have wanted the backs to make stock with, so that's really good.
And the feet. Sometimes we get funny looks when people look at our what we're selling and our product list or whatever, and they're like, feet, what do you do with feet? And we're like, well, in Asian cuisine they use them to cook, and also, I mean, there's probably other things that I'm not aware of because I'm not a chef, but we really advertise them either for pet food or for making chicken stock and that kind of stuff. Again, we've had some people buy them to eat, and they've made some Asian style dishes. Well,
and we have friends that dehydrate the feet for dog treats.
Yeah, that's another thing. So, and we also have the liver. We, like I said, we try to use all the part of the animal or the bird, but we also have livers, we have hearts, we have gizzards. So folks like that, I'm gonna tell you now, I'm the world's worst salesman when it comes to trying to sell liver because I do not like it. I've tried it, I've fried it. There ain't nothing in this world that can make that taste good.
We did have a customer at Farmer's Market whose doctor said that she needed to eat the parts of the meat that have more iron in it, and
she bought some.
And she bought some liver from us. So
I wonder if she's going to do any lab results or testing or whatever to see if that benefited her, but I don't know. So she was interested in it. So, but gizzards, hearts, that kind of stuff. A lot of that stuff you can take and grind and make into sausage, brats, burger, whatever you want. I mean, it could be a filler. I grew up eating gizzards and hearts. It was a way to make the dollar stretch a little further because a lot of those cuts of meat and pieces and parts were, considered the, undesirable pieces. So they were inexpensive.
I remember my older sister and brother fighting over the gizzard, so I never got that. So, but I always had the heart. But I remember you make a really good deer heart chili when we make.
Yeah.
We make chili with deer hearts. That's really good.
Yeah, venison hearts. Again, we try to use most of the animals. We understand that, these animals, birds and things are given their life, and we try to respect that by eating as much as we can and doing as much as we can with them. I'm a somewhat of a subsistent type of person where I try to, hunt venison, game, that kind of stuff, and supplement some of our food with that kind of stuff. But sometimes I'm lucky, sometimes I'm not. That's why they call it hunting instead of killing. So we've had years where we had a great trip but didn't bring any meat back. So it's always trying to do as much as you can with what you got, and that's why we do the stock. And does it save money? I don't know. I mean, I guess if you wanted to count every
jar, every lid.
Yeah, I mean, who knows? But at the end of the day, I know what's going in my food, and the quality is
where it came
phenomenal.
from. We raised it ourselves.
Yep.
So we know where it was raised.
Yeah, the chickens were outside on grass doing their thing. If you've seen some of our shorts, you realize that a lot of the chickens, are eating the grass, the bugs, and all that stuff, and they're outside in the sunshine. They have more space than they're required to, so they can move around and do what birds do, so they have that good quality of life. And then we harvest them, and then we get all the cuts and stuff and cook them and do what we do with them. Yeah. So we're going to continue on doing this. We just wanted to share that. It's a rainy day, not much going on outside, and so we're going to finish doing this, and then coming up, we're going to start planning for next year or 2025. There's a lot of behind the scenes that happens on most homesteads, farms, ranches, and that kind of stuff. You always got to plan. You got to plan, your budgets. You got to plan, how much you're raising, costs, all that stuff. Are you expanding? Do you have the equipment to expand? Do you have to purchase that? Because a lot of that stuff just doesn't happen overnight. So we're going to be doing a lot of pre-planning and getting ready. Last year we raised approximately 500 birds. Sally and I are going to talk, figure out, are we going to do a little bit more? Are we going to stay where we're at? We raised 12 pigs. I know I ordered 12 pigs already because that's a 5-month gestation. And then there's about, I think, I want to say 8 weeks that they stay with mom, and then you grab the piglets and then you raise them up. So, but we had to let the person know that we purchased pigs from that, hey, we're interested again, and make sure she was going to be farrowing pigs, and that they would have enough for us. So we did get that confirmed. I'm actually going to be buying 24 from her this year. I'm only raising 12. 24 are going to a buddy of mine, 12 is going to go to a buddy of mine. And we're going to still do it the same way we did it last year through the pasture and all that. We're definitely going to kind of drop some trees and open up some of our woods to get some more grass in there, and make it a little bit more habitable for pigs. Basically, where the pigs have already been, they've knocked down a lot of the brush. We're going to go in and remove some of the trees that are, just getting basically choked out by the bigger trees. So that way there's more sunlight that can get in there and get more grass going. So a lot going on behind the scenes. We will be sharing some of that with you. Our ram is in right now with the sheep. We've caught him doing his job a couple times. So he was put in right around, I want to say, Thanksgiving. So in about the second week of February, I'm probably going to pull him out. We anticipate having baby lambs somewhere around May, end of April, May. So if everything goes right, he did his job, we have no issues. We'll be showing and sharing some footage of baby lambs. Who doesn't like baby lambs? They're cute. And then of course, Greta the goat. We'll share some more of Greta the goat footage.
She's a ham. She likes to be in front of
Yeah,
the camera.
I'm actually looking out my front window right now, and I can see her. She's making sure she's getting her fair share of
The haystack.
So, but anyways, that's it for now. We'll stop rambling on. Thank you for watching. Make sure you please like, subscribe, and share.
And
Leave a comment.
Leave a comment. That's
Yeah.
what I was going to say. We love to hear from you and, ideas you have.
Or questions.
Yeah,
We have made quite a few mistakes we'd love to share, so you don't do the same. So,
And we're always learning, too.
Absolutely. So take care. Thank you very much, and we appreciate you watching. Stay safe.